A sudden announcement from the National Football League has sent shockwaves through Kansas City. Reports confirm that the league has officially opened an investigation involving the Chiefs, sparking intense speculation and uncertainty. Details remain closely guarded, but early sources indicate potential violations related to conduct, player management, or organizational operations. The Chiefs, a franchise built on dominance and discipline, now face scrutiny from the league's highest offices. The timing could not be more crucial, arriving as the team prepares for another championship push. Every element from leadership decisions to internal communications is being examined for compliance. Players, coaches, and executives are maintaining silence, reflecting the gravity of the situation. For a team known for excellence under Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, this development threatens to overshadow their on-field achievements. The NFL's decision to open this inquiry marks a pivotal moment, potentially reshaping not just the team's immediate future, but the broader image of one of the league's most successful modern dynasties. Early reports suggest the investigation stems from internal reviews, connected to undisclosed transactions and compliance procedures. The league's Integrity Office has intensified its focus on ensuring fairness, transparency, and adherence to competitive regulations. Sources claim that questions were raised following recent personnel changes and management decisions that appeared inconsistent with NFL policies. While the league has not confirmed any wrongdoing, its decision to investigate indicates that concerns reached a level warranting formal review. The Chiefs' organizational structure, praised for its efficiency and innovation, now faces an unexpected test. Such investigations are rare, often reserved for situations where procedural irregularities may influence competitive balance. This development puts the spotlight squarely on the franchise's leadership, requiring full cooperation and transparency. The NFL's inquiry process is known for its thoroughness, often involving audits, interviews, and data analysis. The Chiefs' response and the evidence presented in the coming weeks will determine the scale of potential consequences. For now, uncertainty surrounds the franchise, with the entire league watching closely. The NFL has a long history of enforcing strict policies to preserve fairness and integrity. Previous investigations involving major teams have reshaped league standards, from the Deflategate controversy to the Bountygate scandal. Each case revealed the league's commitment to protecting its image and ensuring accountability across all franchises. For the Chiefs, this historical context heightens the seriousness of the current inquiry. The organization understands that even minor violations can carry major reputational damage. Investigations of this nature typically examine all operational levels, including player contracts, salary cap, management, and internal communications. The NFL's compliance division operates independently to avoid bias, ensuring conclusions are based solely on verified evidence. The potential implications ranging from fines to suspensions or even forfeited draft picks depend entirely on the findings. As the Chiefs continue their season, this investigation casts a shadow of uncertainty reminiscent of past controversies that reshaped the league's governance standards. The question now is whether this case will follow that pattern or reveal a different narrative entirely. Inside the Chiefs' headquarters, the atmosphere has shifted dramatically. An investigation of this magnitude affects not only players and coaches, but also the executive and administrative branches. Decision-making slows as every action undergoes internal review to ensure compliance. Leadership must balance maintaining performance on the field while managing the legal and public relations aspects of the inquiry. Morale becomes a critical factor, as uncertainty often affects focus and preparation. Players may feel additional pressure, knowing that public attention extends beyond their performance. For management, ensuring transparency and cooperation with the NFL is paramount to avoiding escalation. The franchise's brand, built on success and professionalism, depends on demonstrating integrity throughout the process. The timing amidst a competitive season creates unique challenges, forcing leadership to safeguard both reputation and results. Each development within the investigation reverberates through the organization, influencing every department. How the Chiefs handle this internal pressure will determine whether the situation becomes a short-term obstacle or a defining chapter in the team's legacy. The announcement has ignited an immediate media storm. Analysts, insiders, and fans across the country are speculating about the scope and nature of the NFL's investigation. Sports networks are dissecting every potential angle, from administrative oversight to possible policy violations. Public perception plays a critical role, as narratives form before facts are confirmed. Social media has amplified the story, spreading theories and unverified claims at unprecedented speed. Within Kansas City, fan sentiment oscillates between disbelief and concern, with many expressing unwavering support for the team despite the uncertainty. National outlets, however, are emphasizing the broader implications how a leading franchise under scrutiny might impact the league's credibility. The Chiefs' public relations team faces the monumental task of balancing transparency with discretion, ensuring communication remains factual while avoiding speculation. Public trust becomes as valuable as on-field performance. Each statement, or lack thereof, influences how the franchise is perceived. The media spotlight intensifies daily, ensuring this story remains central to the sports landscape. Patrick Mahomes, as the face of the franchise, inevitably becomes central to the narrative. Although not personally implicated, his composure and leadership influence the team's morale and public image. Mahomes has built a reputation defined by professionalism, discipline, and calm under pressure, qualities that now serve the organization during this turbulent period. Teammates are rallying behind him, focusing on preparation and unity amid uncertainty. Privately, players face distractions, as ongoing speculation threatens to disrupt focus and cohesion. The coaching staff must reinforce discipline, emphasizing that the investigation, while serious, should not derail competitive objectives. For many players, this represents a test of resilience and professionalism, balancing off-field tension with on-field performance. Mahomes' leadership becomes essential not only in gameplay, but in preserving team spirit and belief. His response sets the tone for the locker room, reminding everyone that external noise cannot dictate internal strength. In moments of organizational turbulence, the example set by elite players often defines the outcome both publicly and internally. The NFL's investigation process follows a structured protocol designed to ensure fairness and accuracy. Independent auditors, compliance officials, and legal consultants collaborate to review all relevant data. The league will conduct interviews with key personnel, request internal documentation, and evaluate whether any operational decisions breached policy standards. If preliminary findings indicate serious violations, the case escalates to the NFL Commissioner's Office for formal adjudication. Sanctions may include monetary fines, loss of draft picks, or organizational restructuring, depending on severity. The timeline varies, as some investigations conclude quickly, while others extend over several months. The Chiefs' cooperation level could influence the pace of proceedings. League officials remain cautious, emphasizing due process and confidentiality. This phase is critical, as transparency and factual evidence will determine both credibility and outcome. The Chiefs, while awaiting official conclusions, must maintain operational normalcy and public composure. The next statements from the league could either ease tension or elevate this into one of the most significant controversies of the season. The range of potential outcomes varies widely depending on the investigation's findings. If no substantial violations are discovered, the Chiefs' reputation could emerge intact, potentially even strengthened by full cooperation. However, if irregularities are confirmed, repercussions could be severe. Penalties might include financial sanctions, administrative suspensions, or loss of key assets such as future draft selections. Beyond formal punishment, reputational damage could have long-term effects on sponsorships, recruitment, and public trust. The NFL prioritizes competitive integrity, ensuring all organizations adhere strictly to its policies. A confirmed infraction would necessitate internal reform within the Chiefs' hierarchy to restore compliance. Conversely, exoneration could reaffirm the team's commitment to ethical standards. Regardless of outcome, this investigation alters how teams manage transparency and internal oversight. It underscores the fragile balance between competitive ambition and regulatory adherence. The final decision will not only affect the Chiefs' immediate future, but may also reshape how other franchises operate within the league's increasingly rigorous compliance environment. Beyond the technical aspects, the psychological effects of this investigation are profound. The Chiefs' culture, built on unity and discipline, now faces external stress. Maintaining trust and motivation within the organization becomes a leadership priority. Players must block out distractions while continuing to perform at an elite level. For coaches and staff, reinforcing mental focus is critical to sustaining consistency. Adversity often exposes underlying strengths or weaknesses in team culture. If managed correctly, this period could strengthen resilience and reinforce